everybody, and wishing all the viewers and all of you a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Now, yesterday's market 11,200 was a key support for me, and what happened yesterday was different from a lot of earlier corrections, that those 20 stocks which have been pulling up the market, uh, they have started to come off substantially. Plus, it was backed by a lot of FII selling. Now, I don't want to say that we are heading into a large downside, but given that we started from 12,150 and within 130 points we are back to the same place, that just means that possibly we are looking at a deeper correction, and all of these puts which have been written on 12,200 and 12,000, our chances are will have to be unwound, and maybe at lower levels the buying opportunities will come. We have been in a very narrow range, IVs have been very low, so it remains to be seen whether this is the expansion which is going to happen after a low volatility type of period. So the idea is that maybe the breakout above 12,150 etc. is not sustaining, and we need to go lower both on Nifty and Bank Nifty before we make another attempt. Well, apparently FIIs have not gone on holiday. They were working all day yesterday. So if they want to sell again today, I think the large cap stocks are losing a bit of momentum, and that is why these large heavyweights could come again under pressure. So IndusInd Bank, that is a sell with a stop of 1525, target of 1480. HDFC is a sell with a stop of 2425, target of 2385. RIL is a buy with a stop of 1521, look for targets of 1495. See, all this gets into operation in case we start to see follow through, because today everything, world markets are closed, etc. If we start to become choppy, then these calls may not work. So today isn't the best day to do this. But Jubilant Food, that's making fresh highs, that's a buy with a stop of 1650, target of 1710. And Apollo Hospital is a buy with a stop of 1420, and look for targets of about 1480.
Happy New Year to everyone, all the viewers. So first I'll talk about 2020 and I'll then answer your question. I think 2020 will be spectacular for the stock markets. We had an almost full year of trading ranges in 2019, and that builds a base for a very big up move. So 2020 should be a year, at least starting now, where we should only be looking to buy and avoid all kinds of short selling. We would be surprised on the upside. Now, yesterday was a surprise on the downside. This is not unusual. The market, there are no foreign participants. There is nothing happening. Volume is low. So markets come under the control of local large traders, the so-called operators, and they can drive the Nifty up and down a little bit. I am not surprised. We are in a trading range and we can persist in a trading range for some time, even go below it. But my trade is, if you find a dip today, go long, because tomorrow when the world markets open, I don't think they're going to open soft. We are at a point of inflection where significant gains can come pre-budget. So today could be anything. We can see another down day today, but that down day should be used to build long positions for tomorrow. I've explained a number of times that mid caps are, bottoming out. Repeatedly, those patterns are coming in as good quality mid caps, and also unfortunately not so good quality, where signs of life are coming. But we are talking about Arvind starting with. Arvind has gone through a bear market. That's coming to an end. It's a day trade for today, but these are mid caps are usually positional trades. You get into them, wait for a few days to a few weeks and get rewarded. So Arvind is a buy. Bata India, that favorite stock, is a buy. After making new highs, it had a very mild correction. That correction seems to be getting over. that's a buying opportunity. And it is January 1, so United Spirits should be a buying opportunity, and it is in my list. Again, that small mild correction in United Spirits is over. Look for higher levels. You know, the big money, I mean the reasonable money will come in these stocks if you actually are willing to carry. Intraday, today you will get whatever you can, but be willing to carry these three stocks. Cummins is a short sell, only intraday.
I think the start would be slightly somber. We have been consolidating between 12,120 to about 12,285. In case you break 12,120, I think the first few days could be slightly more choppy and we could even test 12,000. But again, I'm not looking at a very big correction. I think once this consolidation come correction is slightly over, then I think we should regain the uptrend. But the next few days I think could be slightly more choppy and marginally biased on the downside, but 12,000 should be a very strong support. In between there's a pivot at 12,120, so we'll look for some intraday signals over there. I have a mix of buys and sells. On the buy side is Coal India, which has some good news as well as positive chart setup. So buy with a stop at 207, look for targets of 219, 220, and on the other call on the buy side is PFC, which is a buy with a stop at 114 half for targets of 124. Two sell calls, PEL on a marginal bounce back, sell around 1530-35, keep a stop at 1564, look for targets of 1480, and Sun TV, sell with a stop at 446 half for targets of 431.